Hello latch learners, DIYers, enthusiasts of all types. I'm back here at the pole barn and I'm working on this project again. The difficulty with the first or the last section that I was doing with the floor was as I explained, working with a parallelogram. So everything is square from the subfloor to insulation, and making that work was really difficult. So now I'm moving on to the siding. So this siding was a tongue and groove type of redwood that once I started pulling it off, I numbered it, I numbered it from so I could reconstruct it once I get siding, real actual sheathing on the side of the pole barn. And I discovered that it was so dry, some old redwood, that it would just split and come apart. I'd have to re-glue it. It was a real pain in the butt. But I'm trying to save a buck and trying to use materials. And in that same vein, I've had some plate glass that was just sitting on the property, and I wanted to reuse that because windows can be really a huge expense. So what I decided to do was frame in the plate glass. So with that, instead of having, I want to have two plate glasses parallel to each other, and instead of making exactly parallel, I offset them so the top is wider than the bottom. So that way, that when sound goes through, it really kind of helps the window not act as a drum membrane with two parallel surfaces. So them being offset a little bit does help with that vibration that would transfer through the wall. The difficulty also was this frame was not designed to be 16 on center. It was like 20.5 inches or some crazy thing like that. So in order for me to have one piece of sheathing meet at 4 feet, then what I did was I created my window space exactly 4 feet, so that this meets right here, and it had a logical path. And then what was a facade type of door that I'm going to keep there as a facade, I framed and made it to meet the next piece, and so forth. So it does help me square the building a little bit, so I'm not cutting materials constantly, other than the roof being a shed. And that I can't avoid. Of course, I'll have to cut that. So here I am. I'm going to be doing one side of the 3 walls that I did start with. And then once its sheathing is up, I'll move in, I'll take the siding off and put sheathing on that side, and so on and so forth. So I'll get back to you guys when I am finally on the final wall, and I'm going to be framing a door and kind of getting towards the end of the sheathing phase, and we'll talk then, and we'll see how that siding goes back up, and if I'm going to have to break down and buy some brand new tongue and groove just to make it easier on myself. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So back at the pole barn saying, see you so long for now. Take care.